Greeting from the Indian chapter of the American College of Surgeons. I would like to thank the college for providing me with this opportunity to share our story with all of you. It may not be all success stories, but it is the journey uphill. And I would like to share the Carpe Diem spirit of the chapter and of our country. We are struggling to fight the second massive COVID wave, which has taken its toll on all of us in this part of the world. The country is having probably the largest number of cases getting infected. Although we have vaccinated a large population, but it's still 13%. That population could be more than the total numbers in some countries, but we being so many, that is a problem. So what has the college and what has the chapter done? The guidelines received from the American College of Surgeons was very useful for all of us to share with all the surgeons and physicians across the country, and also with the healthcare workers, including especially the nurses, in managing the COVID patients before, during, and after they recovered. We've also collaborated with NGOs in providing COVID care centers, which are for those patients who are not terribly sick or who can be managed by without any uh, oxygen support, but in isolation. And we are working at creating oxygen parlors for the supply of oxygen, which was we were struggling with the shortage. Now I'm taking you backwards towards some better times of the year and a year before that. And that you can count as some success stories, although I would just like to share with you that these were efforts made against all odds in the COVID times. We had our annual conference at AIMS Patliputra, which was virtually organized with more than 700 delegates, with massive participation from the younger surgeons in the form of more than 200 scientific papers, posters, and the quiz participation and case presentations by the residents. Like last year, we selected 15 scholars to be sponsored by the chapter as the resident members of the American College of Surgeons. We were trying to take ACS to all the corners of the country. The footprint should reach every corner. This was a hugely successful meeting with multiple workshops. One was on scientific paper writing, the other one was on the communication skills, an issue which is very, very pertinent in this part of the world. Going backwards, we organized regular PG master classes under the banner of American College of Surgeons Indian chapter, Gurukul Con, and the Gurukul of Surgical Disciplines, which literally translates into the teaching in the company of the masters. Hugely attended, very popular, and we were very happy that we did this during the COVID times, because the students needed it desperately, especially the trainees. With most of the training suffering, we were providing the virtual training in the form of virtual workshops. We were also leading the fight against breast cancer using Asian Society of Mastology as our platform, along with the American College of Surgeons Indian chapter, to spread awareness about breast cancer. It's an event that was hugely popular globally. We had participation from ESO, the European Society, American Society, and also the Eastern European Consortium on Breast Cancer, besides Russia, Africa, and also the parts of Southeast Asia. Hugely popular and very successful meeting, extremely proud of it. We could do it along with the ACS chapter, along with a convocation, which was done virtually. We conducted the FACS interviews last year with more than 104 initiates appearing, and we selected 103, in fact 102, for becoming the fellows of the American College of Surgeons. Besides this, going backwards, the annual conference of last year, which was done actually in 2020, January, was hugely popular. You can see that we conducted the PG master classes, we conducted the basic skill workshops, and this is the group of fellows that were selected as the resident fellows after a very, very glittering ceremony, which was done physically. So these are the better days that we had in Delhi. This is the meeting in progress with delegates and the fellows and the office bearers of the American College of Surgeons Indian chapter from across the country. Now, this culminated finally into the convocation ceremony, where the 15 best scholars were awarded the resident membership, and they were sponsored for the same. This also included a cadaveric workshop, which was hugely successful. Participations were from Nepal and all countries across the Southeast Asia. scientific paper writing workshop, which was conducted for the undergraduates and postgraduate medical students, was hugely successful. I would not count it as a success story, but it's definitely the story of a chapter fighting to make its position as arguably one of the largest chapters of the American College of Surgeons justify its existence. We have miles to go. We have vaccinated 16 crore till date, and that is half of USA, 1 Russia, 2.5 times of UK, 7 times Australia, 34 times New Zealand, and yet only 13% are done. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. Thank you very much for your attention. We're looking forward to a brighter year for all of you and for our chapter. Thank you.